All right, welcome in, everybody. You're starting your week off right. Sorry for the waiting room, but we're here now. You're tapping in with Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex, powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out at the bottom. But you already know what it is. We're coming off a banger of a Sunday episode. The Union won, and that was the biggest thing that happened in the soccer world yesterday, last night at 10 p.m. But now me and Sosa were a little bit spot on how to make that afternoon cash in the Premier League. And then Sosa, thank you for talking me off the Mavs last night.
No
Was
problem.
never in doubt with the Warriors,
No problem. That's why I'm here.
but that's why we're a team. That's why we're the tag team duo. Daily Bread Media. We're live on Twitter. Shout out to all of you there. Like,
My job.
retweet, follow. We can't feature your comments. YouTube's the number one spot to be because you guys can screen clip the winners that you drop. If you shit talk us, make a good joke, whatever the hell you want to do, give us a like and a subscribe here if you already aren't. We got Mo feisty in the comments already, so he knows it's a good Monday vibe.
Amen.
Not much to talk about today. One NBA game, MLB slate, Monday slate, so you always got to tread lightly. Some travel spots. But Sosa, how are you doing?
I mean, I'm feeling great, bro. You know, we're here. We're here. It was a great. Yesterday was great. We hit on Son with the 2 goals. Like yesterday was pretty fucking great. I will say this though, being the person that I am, the losses are what really fucks with me. If you watch the way we lost the first 5 in that fucking in that Florida game, holy moly. Like holy moly. That was probably the one that got me most. Even though we won, we had a great day yesterday, but it's always the losses that stick with me. Like I was watching that losing the first 5 in that game was hurt. So it is what it is. But other than that, you know, great weekend. Still disappointed in F1. My boys at Mercedes are not getting the job done yet, and yeah, we could be doing much better. But again, I'm not disappointed. I'm just, you know, looking for more wins. That's all.
Yeah, rough start to the season when Ferrari's still sitting ahead of them.
Ferrari's fast again. I know it sounds weird, but they're fast again, and that's
Let's
the game.
go. That's always a tough one for me because I like Toto at Mercedes and I like Louis. Not the biggest fan of George Russell, to be honest, but I think my first allegiance was always to Ferrari. But then Toto and Lewis swung me once they did. It was too hard not to jump on that bandwagon. And I'm not someone who likes to switch sides, but you couldn't.
George is looking really good, but I said I'm not fond of the adjustments or the car that they've been putting Lewis in. It has not been good. They overheated on the last fucking lap yesterday, made him have to drop another place in the race. Just absolutely terrible execution by Mercedes AMG. I'm not happy.
Yeah, fucking Haas, man. K-Mag.
Not happy about that at all. Justin Thomas, even though he wears Under Armour, he fucking won the PGA Tour Championship yesterday. Shout out to him.
Oh shit, we're on the wrong side. That's what everyone's
dog, what is going on? You messing up, dog. He got a new office set up, so you try to change everything up. You know what I'm saying? I see. Okay.
I was way too distracted by exactly what he said that I didn't see that we're on the wrong side. Good shit, man. Steven. Who said it wrong? I think Jay Will said it earlier. Someone said we were switched, and I just completely.
Hey man, we're here.
We'll definitely get to this question because we're gonna get into the MLB slate. So let me start that because it's Brubacher Day. The chat already knows.
We fade him every time. He's won us.
What about we gotta talk about Warriors, Mavs, and then we'll get into the plays.
Okay, yeah.
What do you have to say about it? Come on, because you said 8.5. It was right on the number. Wiggins.
I got lucky.
Just buried the Mavs completely.
I got lucky, man. You know, I got lucky. Nah, it's just matchups make fights. We hear and say it all the time. And for people that don't understand basketball, when a team plays zone, you're going to get a bunch of open jump shots. Whether you make or miss them is what's going to decide you winning or losing the game. It's a make or miss league. I'm sure you've heard the term before. Dallas is getting great shots. They're just not making them. I mean, bro, like you could have counted off about 15 in the first half alone, where not anyone in between, not anywhere within 4 or 5 feet of them, and they're just clanking them. There's nothing
So
you
you
can do
say
about
talent matters on top of being able to play as a team?
that. No, because see, that's the thing. Is Phoenix more talented than them? Yes. What's the difference? They made their shots in the last round, and Phoenix didn't. Like Dorian Finney-Smith was going nuclear from 3. Dinwiddie was killing. The ancillary players aren't coming along. And listen, it's so easy.
Well,
Right?
that's because the Warriors just match up so much better. That's what I'm saying. It's a team. The Suns did not play team defense whatsoever last game, and they could not make adjustments in a game. That's what I'm just saying. The Mavs, the Suns had the talent. The Mavs just played better as a team there because it gave them the opportunities. And it's something that we said on the roundtable. The Warriors just match up so much better because they're going to allow Luka to get 40. Every other piece is going to be under 15. They're not letting the pieces break 20, and that's the biggest part. And it was the same thing where at this point, it was still 2-1 Suns at this point because the Mavs didn't get the home cooking yet. And last night showed a lot where I think it's a sweep.
I think, bro, I think at least one of these games, they got to make the shots. Like they just shot so poorly.
No, the Wiggins dunk is the nail in the coffin. It's as easy as that. It's just a sentimental. It's like when Burrow got hit for the one game at LSU. It's just that's where it's at. Let's get into.
I said 5, maybe 6. I'd like to be right. You know what I'm saying? I prefer that.
Now Scott Fox is being used tonight, so you got no hope.
I prefer that narrative, but they're just a better team, bro. Like it is what it is. Golden State, if they could sweep them to get this rest where they get, Gary Payton back for the finals and Iggy's obviously on the mend as well. I mean, that would help them immensely given whomever they're going to have to match up in the finals with. But the series is obviously over. Like, this isn't the Yankees from the Yankees Red Sox. This shit's over. They've won me money and I know the game.
You're calling out Clay big time on the timeline too, because you're being very critical of him, which is a piece that's kind of holding him back.
Listen, and that's again, this is what makes it so crazy. Steph Curry's greatness needs to be recognized. I'm not a Warriors fan, but I know what I see, and I see this guy make the game of basketball exponentially easier for everyone on the court with him. Like, that's what it is. There's so much attention drawn from him just being able to do whatever the fuck he wants because he can literally put the ball up from 40 feet away. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, the impact is there. His impact on the game is felt whether he putting the ball in the cup or not. And if he is putting the ball in the cup, it's really not much you can do. You just got to hope these dudes miss. Also, another thing that people need to really pay attention to with this Warriors team, they're not 3-point happy. They have no problem putting the ball on the floor and attacking the basket. They're not just out there shooting threes. They put the ball on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that people have this this odd obsession. Oh, they just shoot threes. No, they attack the basket and they put pressure on the rim. They do.
The Mavs are the one who are kind of playing like the Warriors, where they're just chucking threes and hoping that they fall.
Oh man,
let's get into today's plays. I think that's one of the longest intros you have, but you can tell with the Monday slate, we're just itching at the bone to get to it because other than the NBA game, we got some nice target spots in the MLB, but you already know it's a Monday MLB slate, so it is what it is. Give us that like, give us that subscribe, stop dropping your top plays, and when Brubacher's on the mound, we're just going to go there. So Jay Wills is saying, is he crazy for wanting to back the Pirates there? I mean, we never back the Pirates to lose when Brubacher plays. We just take the opposing team's team total. It's as simple as that because the team hasn't blown it so far this season. That amazing Pirates bullpen has always helped us out when they need it. But within his last 3 starts, he's a 4.59 ERA. The team's lost in all 3. He's given up 4 2-2 earned runs. If you want to think the Pirates can get 3 runs up there. I don't think you're too crazy, but Sosa, we're going to the well.
Rockies team total over 3.5, or are we going first 5? Because I want to do
both. Both at 130. We're doing both. 1.5 for the.
Well, I have it at 110, so I have a better price. I got it at minus 110 on my book.
All right, we're going to Sosa's book.
It's and that's actually right now on FanDuel. It's at minus 110. So
for 3.5,
let's 3.5. Yes, sir. Colorado Rockies total runs over 3.5 minus 110. FanDuel available right now. Hop on
1.5 minus 130. First 5. I'm doing that as well.
Yes, sir. Just
things to be concerned about though, because you always got to cap it. The Rockies on the road kind of suck. 2.7 runs per game versus their 4.7 overall. They're only batting 230 compared to 263. 5-10 record, 19-21. But Pitt's last 6, only one time has a team not covered both of these numbers. And Pitt, I don't know. I just like it. We can't
look at Jer being a homer. Oh, okay.
Let's
says
see.
The guy from the 412.
I know Jer loves his Pirates and Pens. I guess Stillis too. Where are we going for the next one?
Next play we're going to is in the Mets San Francisco game. We got a under half a run, no runs first inning, obviously at minus 125. Love the pitching matchup. I love everything about the 2 pitchers that we're going to see today. Also, San Fran, they get you out the first. Remember yesterday, I'm glad we staying away from the Mets because we don't really know what to expect right now from them, given the unstable starting rotation that they have. Obviously, the 2 highest paid players on the team are not available because they're both hurt. Scherzer out 6 to 8 weeks with an oblique strain. DeGrom hasn't seen the field all year. I do say this though: if somehow this Mets team is able to maintain first place until either of those guys come back, they will win the championship.
You mean the East?
No, the whole shit.
World Series?
The whole shit. They'll win the whole shit. If because they got an owner who's a narcissist that will spend money if his team is good, and they have 2 of the top 10 arms in baseball on the IL right now. If those 2 guys come back, you don't need 5 runs a night to win a championship.
Well, you just start lefties against them and you're solid.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, teams don't have about 10 of those available. So
I know. I'm just saying. But it's kind of just where what's been keeping their head above water is even though they're averaging 0.5 more runs in their past 7 since they've gone through this stretch, they're averaging 0.5 more runs. So that's Nimmo at the top of the lineup. The bats have been there. And then even though Alonso isn't consistently hitting, he's hitting at the clutch moments.
Absolutely.
That felt gross and hurt to say. Good thing I'm blocking the Phillies flag behind my head.
Like I said, as far as picking them, I'm gonna focus on stuff like I'm going with the Nerfy tonight at minus 125 and in the Giants Mets game. I'm also on the Nerfy in the Yankees game with our good friend Finesse the Books. He just dropped it. If you guys aren't following him, you probably should. But he likes the Yankees, Orioles, no runs first inning. I'm rocking with him on that as well. I believe it's at minus 115, anywhere from minus 115 to minus 125, given the book. Right now on FanDuel, it is at minus 130. So, you can line shop, probably find a better price. I would guess that Caesars probably has a better number. They usually have better numbers on Nerfies at Caesar Sportsbook. But we're going to go with both those Nerfies, both New York teams to get no runs first inning tonight.
And to keep on that trend, I like an under tonight, 8.5 minus 110 between the Guardians and the Astros here with our boy Stick on the mound for there, even though he's 3-3 to the over in his starts. That's right at 500. It's Garcia. He's 2-5 to the over. So in his start so far this season for Houston, he's been keeping the imposing bats quiet. And at this 8.5 mark, Cleveland doesn't show up when they're these large dogs. So I don't expect their bats to be hot. I just need McKenzie to keep the Astros bats cold. And I'm expecting this game to go under 8.5.
Yes, sir. I have one more bonus play with the in the baseball slate. It's in the Dodger game. It's one of those if you're scared, go to church type of deals. It's Monday night. I don't know what will be going on at your local church. But I personally am on the Los Angeles Dodgers -1.5 first 5 against the Washington Nationals. Adon sucks. Our lineup clearly found their footing. Max Muncy no longer exists to me for at least 2 weeks. I can't believe he gave y'all the fucking game the way he did last night.
That was pretty awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
Roman Quinn did this first good thing for the Phillies in forever, other than somehow come up every 3 years for us and still get time. But
bruh, to lose a game like that is just, you just want to break the fucking TV.
That was
it wasn't as bad as Mito Pereira's collapse at the PGA, but it was pretty fucking bad.
That's like, yeah, that was what I was about to say. That's Legion Ball level.
Holy moly.
Get a guy from second on an infield error where the ball doesn't even kick that far away. Oh, I forgot to bring that up. Thank you.
No worries. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. It's a human punching bag. Go ahead, bro. It's cool.
No, I was about to say, if you're done with that play, I'll drop my final.
Let me just give the price. The price I got it at was +114, -1.5 again. First 5 for the Dodgers. It's down to +1. I got it +114. It's at +107 right now. So there you have it.
Yep, and I'm just gonna rock with the Phils and the Braves. Second time I'm betting on the Phils games this season. We're going with the over 8.5 at -110 here. Phillies 5-2 to the 8.5 number so far on the road. Atlanta 6-3 at home to this number. And both of Wheeler's road starts this season haven't been too clean. You saw one of them in LA. Both of the games have gone over, and Atlanta's 8-4 to the over against the division. Always ride those division trends.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about we got a question in here. Any thoughts on the Jays cards?
No, because the Jays forget how to play baseball. Vladimir Guerrero is in like the weirdest slump you'll ever see. He had a 14-game hit streak in which none of them he got over 1 hit, and none of them he hit a home run. So it's like in 14 of the games he went 1 for however many at bats, 12 of the 14 times. Something's not right with him. I'm staying away. I wouldn't be opposed to betting on the Cardinals if they're at home. They play very good at home. They smack the ball. But I have nothing official on that one.
He's bringing it up because I believe the Jays are on an 8-game current under streak because their bats are more dead than anything else. And when they're having Berrios at mound at home, one of the guys I like in there, but he on the road, 6.43 ERA. 3 of the 4 games he started has gone over on the road. So take that as you may. You might just need, with the current state of the Jays bats, you might need the cards to get them all. But let's give us that like, give us that subscribe. Let's get into the Celtics versus the Heat. Heat got the road win the last time. And like we said, the Celtics, they haven't lost back-to-back games since January 23rd. Do you think it happens here?
Oh.
And it could be the game to go home in Miami?
No,
and the series might just start in 3 days because the Warriors and the series could be over. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think for this one?
No Tyler Hero.
Has it mattered?
He's already been ruled out.
Has it mattered?
I'm on Boston -9.5. I had it at +146 this morning. Obviously, since the Tyler Hero news, it's dropped. It's at -127 or 126 right now. Boston wins tonight. They win by double digits. That's just my personal take on it. Jimmy Butler not right. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets sat down. This is a team that's very much satisfied with stealing 1 on the road, going back to Miami where they've lost no game. There's a reason why you play for home court. They have it. They've gotten it back, headed back home. You want to get everybody healthy and right for that opportunity. Victor Oladipo played good defensively in the game. Obviously, he's probably somebody I would target because he'll probably get minutes. No matter the circumstance of the game, whether they're up or losing, he'll probably still get the minutes. But yeah, my only play is I like Boston to win this game by double digits, -9.5. It's an alternate spread. Tatum has not had back-to-back bad games. Well, he hasn't had back-to-back terrible games. He was absolutely horrendous. If he comes along any bit in the last game, he probably helps Jaylen Brown across the finish line. Not with the antics though, the falling down and crying like a bitch, leaving the court because you got embarrassed on this whatever. But it is what it is. It's Boston. It's what you expect at this point.
Well, it's just to my point of if hero missing matters. Lets the Heat play more solid defensively, takes away that offensive threat. But I was about to say, in this series, he hasn't really done what he's done in the prior two. Is more I'm saying. He really hasn't had that fire game. He's just kind of treaded water, been a little bit more defensive. So that's still where I think the Celtics tie it up tonight. But I think the Heat, you're going to see a much slower pace game in that perspective. And I think the defense could be more solid with when your next rotation is Oladipo, who sure isn't that much better of a defensive presence either, but he can pick your pocket a lot more frequently than Hero can.
Yeah. Celtics
the depth, definitely. I can't disagree with you on that part. With Celtics the depth and who pushes up, that's all I got. I don't know. I don't really like much from this one here. If you had to force me to make a play in it, the total is already down at 205.5, and I think it's that low for a reason. Because if you're expecting the Celtics to drub them, the Heat might just have the bench in by the fourth, to what you're saying.
Whew. Yeah, like I said, the bench takes a hit with no hero. You obviously look for the guys who might supplement his scoring or what he does. Maybe take a look at Max Strus. Maybe Strus threes or his points, but
don't trust these guys on the road. It's the one thing I learned with Maxey on the road. These first and second year guys in these critical road spots, they always tend to lay an egg. I think you just have to go to what you know and go to Jimmy here. Even though I took the under in the last one, I think he's going to have the most value he'll have the whole postseason will be tonight, and it'll be the biggest focus is to keep Bam to get a 20-10 game again. If they can get Bam to do that, the missing hero is completely gone.
Again, man, we lined the back-to-backs. I would not be surprised if Jimmy Butler does not even get 20 points tonight. I'm telling you, that's just where I lean on this one. I think that it's a Boston game across the board. They haven't lost back-to-back games in months. They understand the task at hand. They cannot drop two at home. I just
can't lay the 7.
Well,
that's my only issue with this is you're laying the 9.5, so I'm going to church.
You can go to mass. It's all good. Whatever works for you. But I'm telling you, like there's nothing here that I can look at that would have me on the other side. And I've thought of everything. They keep it close because even if Marcus Smart don't play, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I gotta roll with the Celtics across the board today. It's that simple, bro. That's just me.
Hey, saved my bread yesterday. So go back. Made that donation extra instead that we would have went to it.
That's why I'm here. So like I said, we can 100% rock with that. I got nothing else. I'm ready for a good basketball game. Really just ready for the finals. Trying to figure out if I'm going to go. If Boston's in the finals, the tickets are going to be out this world.
Yeah.
Miami, it won't be as expensive. If Boston gets to the finals, those tickets are going to be fucking insane.
Yeah, your stay is just going to be more expensive down in Miami more than the Boston stay because not many people want to travel to Boston.
Exactly. So you know the rules. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today. As soon as we end, I'm gonna start recording the next episode of The Last Word with Sosa. And yeah, that's it, man. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us. You know the deal with me, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, sir. 4 plays on the diamond for me today. You got all the rest from Sosa on the hardwood and the rest of the MLB plays. We started those around the 9-minute 30 mark. If you tapped in with us late, give us that like, give us that subscribe. We out till tomorrow.
Peace.